Hey everyone, I wanted to do this video because when I was first getting into competing for my first show, I was looking around and I didn't find much information on competition bikinis, like what to pick and how to cut costs and things like that. So I wanted to do this just to share what I found for my first show, and now as I'm prepping for my second and third shows, just some ways to cut some costs with your competition bikini. As you know, competing can get very expensive, so if you can keep the costs of some things down, it will definitely help. This might not be as exciting for all of the guys out there, sorry. It's kind of crafty, but hey, you never know. You could want to bling out your, I don't know, your sneakers or whatever. So yeah, let's get into it.
Watch me beat it till I can't breathe. I'm shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches.
When I first decided to compete, I was so excited to go online and find a bikini. And I went to a site and I picked out the fabric I wanted, I picked my connectors, I picked all the rhinestones, and then I went to my shopping cart and it was like $900, and I was like, no way can I spend that much on a competition suit. Did a lot of looking around and I came across, there are different things that you can do. You can get a used suit, if there's different sites that you can borrow a suit. I'll put a bunch of the different things that you can do and the links in the description box, but just for the length of this video, I'm not going to go into all of that. But what I did was I actually was looking on eBay and I didn't see any used suits that really sparked my interest. But I came across, it's Aspire Swimwear, I'll put her link below. But I messaged her and she custom made my bikini to me based off of the measurements that I gave her. So if the suit that you get is pretty plain, you can rhinestone it. I ordered the Swarovski crystals just because I think they are absolutely beautiful. There are cheaper options out there, but I did order them online. If you go to a craft store, you're going to be spending a lot of money for not very many stones. I think they give you maybe 50 in a pack for like $10 at a craft store. So I will say, when you are ordering the rhinestones, that it might seem that you're ordering way too many, and that is what I did the first time I ordered them. I put a ton in my shopping cart and I was like, wow, that's going to be so many, I'm going to have plenty. And I did have enough clear to do mine and now her suit, but when it came to the blue ones, they only ordered, I think, 72 originally. And you're like, that's a lot, but didn't even show up on my suit. So the first time I wore it, my suit wasn't very blinged out. It was, it had a little bit, but now it is absolutely blinged to the max. So I recommend ordering a bunch if you're going to be paying for shipping, just because then it kind of, if you have to keep ordering, which is what I did, paying like for the shipping every time, that can add up and you could have gotten more stones originally. I did a lot of research on different glues. This time around, I went with this Gem Tack. I did like this glue a lot more. It's more liquidy. It has like a precision tip, so you can kind of just dot it on and then stick the stones. This one is more of an individual. You place a drop, you stick a stone. This, I can just go and place a ton of dots and then place a ton of stones. So this is much faster. It does not smell. I just did it inside. Cleanup is easy with it, so I definitely recommend going with the Gem Tack. It's going to save you from getting a headache from frustration and from the stink of this one.
So this is my friend's suit, and as you can tell, it is very plain. Just the bottoms had a couple rhinestones, which I took off. These are the stones that we chose to go on it. And then here, this is the Gem Tack glue that I used. I just put a dot up at the top to mark where I wanted to start, and then I began placing the white or the clear rhinestones first. And I placed them relatively close together. That's the design that we decided to go with. It's similar to what I have on mine, and it's just the clear stones up at the top, and then they kind of trickle out into fewer and fewer, and then the red stones go in between. So I kept them really close up at the top, and then just kept placing them. And then here I started to spread them out just a little bit. But it's whatever design you think looks best. Here's where I started to make them even further apart, and I just added a bunch of different dots all over it, and it just makes it a little bit easier so you don't have to keep placing one dot of glue at a time. And my glue started to dry on me, so I added a little bit more. And don't worry if it looks a little bit messy. The glue goes on your suit white, but it will dry clear. And I found that if you do use a little extra glue, they stick on your suit a lot better. I added a whole bunch of little dots, and then I started to place the red stones. And I started to use my finger because the stones are really tiny and it was hard with the tweezers. I kind of traded on and off using the tweezers and my finger. Whatever way to get them on. And this suit took me about 2.5 to 3 hours to do the whole thing, because you do have to do the top, and then I did both the back and front of her bottoms. But she absolutely loved it. It turned out really great, and yeah, it does take a while. We had 1,440 stones, but it is definitely worth the extra time to place a bunch, because in the end it is super sparkly.
And mine has the connectors, and I had a friend actually change out my connector that came with it, and I ordered this one. I think it just makes it look more elevated, and before it separated and it just made the cups too far apart, so this is much better. And then my bottoms, I wish when I had ordered mine, so this is also something to keep in mind, I wish I had gone with a wider bottom down here. This suit is cut differently because hers is figure, mine's bikini, but the width is much better, and I wish my bottom was wider because it's a little risque, and I think it makes my legs look a little bit bigger because it's so small, and then you have me. And I'm not a tiny person. So yeah, those are the two suits, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I actually like doing like arts and crafts and things like that, so I was like, I'll do your bikini for you. But I think they turned out great. So you definitely can have a sparkly, beautiful bikini, even if you are working with a budget. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to look in the description box below, because I'm going to be posting some links for you guys to check out just to help you. And yeah, stay tuned. I have a lot more videos coming like this for my bikini competitions, and then I will also be posting other content. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Bye.